Taurus. There are moments in life when the universe does not shout at you. It does not send a billboard or a thunderclap or an unmistakable sign in the sky. Instead, it whispers. It nudges. It places small, almost imperceptible indicators along your path. And the only question is whether you are paying close enough attention to notice them. Right now, those indicators are appearing all around you. 10 of them to be precise, and each one points toward the same extraordinary truth. You are aligning with new opportunities in ways you have not experienced before. This is your moment to open your eyes, to sharpen your awareness, and to recognize that the life you have been quietly hoping for is not as far away as it seems. Alignment Indicator 1. The first indicator that you are aligning with new opportunities is a shift in what captures your attention. You have started noticing things you used to walk right past. A conversation overheard at a table near yours suddenly feels relevant to something you have been thinking about. An article you stumble upon seems to speak directly to a question you have been carrying. A song on the radio hits you differently than it would have even a few weeks ago, as though the lyrics were written specifically for this moment in your life. This is not coincidence, Taurus. This is resonance. When your energy begins to align with new possibilities, your perception sharpens. You become a tuning fork for the specific frequency of opportunity that is meant for you. Things that were always there suddenly become visible because you are vibrating at the right level to see them. Think about it like this. A radio does not create the music it plays. The music was always in the air, traveling as invisible waves, waiting for the right receiver to be tuned to the right station. You are the receiver, and right now, you are being tuned to a station that broadcasts abundance, possibility, and renewal. Pay attention to what catches your eye, what lingers in your mind, what makes you pause in the middle of an ordinary day. These are not random moments of distraction. They are signals, and they are pointing you toward opportunities that your conscious mind has not yet fully recognized. Trust what captures your attention right now. It is trying to tell you something important. Alignment Indicator 2. The second indicator is a feeling of dissatisfaction that is oddly energizing rather than depressing. You might think dissatisfaction is a negative thing, but there are two very different kinds. The first kind drains you, makes you feel hopeless, and leads to resignation. But the second kind, the kind you are experiencing now, lights a fire inside you. It makes you restless in a way that feels alive, charged, purposeful. This energizing dissatisfaction is your soul telling you that you have outgrown your current circumstances. It is the friction that exists between who you are and who you are becoming, between the life you have been living and the life that is waiting for you. For a Taurus, this feeling can be confusing, because you are a sign that values stability and contentment. You might wonder if something is wrong with you for wanting more, for feeling unsettled in a life that looks perfectly fine from the outside. But nothing is wrong with you. Everything is right with you. The dissatisfaction you feel is proof that you are evolving, that your standards are rising, that your capacity for joy and abundance is expanding faster than your current reality can accommodate. Do not resist this feeling or try to talk yourself out of it. Let it motivate you. Let it propel you toward the new opportunities that are aligning with your path. This dissatisfaction is not the problem. It is the engine that will drive you toward the solution. Alignment Indicator 3. The third indicator is a change in your sleeping patterns or your dream life. You may have noticed that you are sleeping differently, perhaps waking up at unusual hours, experiencing more vivid dreams, or finding yourself in a state of heightened awareness during the night. This is significant, Taurus. The spiritual world often communicates most actively during the liminal hours, those moments between waking and sleeping, when the barriers between the conscious and subconscious mind are thinnest. Your dreams may be carrying messages about the opportunities that are forming around you. You might dream of doors opening, of traveling to new places, of discovering rooms in a house you never knew existed. These are powerful symbols of expansion and possibility. They are your deeper self processing the energetic shifts that are taking place, preparing you on a soul level for the changes that are about to manifest in your physical world. Pay attention not just to the images in your dreams, but to the feelings they carry. Do you wake up feeling hopeful, curious, excited? Those feelings are not leftovers from a random dream. They are previews of the emotional landscape that awaits you as these new opportunities unfold. Your sleep is not being disrupted, Taurus. It is being upgraded. Your inner world is expanding to make room for what your outer world is about to become. Alignment Indicator 4. The fourth indicator involves the people who are entering your life or re-entering it after a long absence. New faces are appearing. Old connections are resurfacing. People you have not thought about in years are suddenly reaching out, crossing your path, showing up in unexpected ways. This is the universe rearranging the human landscape around you to support the opportunities that are on their way. Every person who appears in your life right now carries a piece of the puzzle. Some carry information you need. Some carry connections that will open doors. Some carry perspectives that will challenge you to think bigger than you have been thinking. And some simply carry an energy that reminds you of who you truly are and what you are capable of achieving. Do not dismiss these arrivals as coincidental. In the energetic world, there are no coincidences. Every meeting, every reconnection, every chance encounter is orchestrated by a force that sees the bigger picture of your life and is actively working to bring all the pieces together. Your job is not to analyze or control these connections. Your job is to show up with openness and curiosity, to listen more than you speak, and to trust that the right people are being brought to you at exactly the right time. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Alignment Indicator 5. The fifth indicator is a surge of creative energy that may feel completely unexpected. You might find yourself drawn to activities you have not engaged in for years: painting, writing, gardening, cooking elaborate meals, rearranging your living space, or imagining projects that excite you in ways nothing has in a long time. This creative surge is not a distraction from the serious business of aligning with new opportunities. It is the serious business. Creativity and opportunity are intimately connected. The same energy that flows through an artist's brush flows through a business idea. The same force that arranges flowers in a vase arranges the elements of a prosperous life. When your creative channels open, everything opens. New solutions appear for old problems. Fresh perspectives emerge on stale situations. Possibilities that seemed invisible suddenly become obvious. For Taurus, a sign that has a natural affinity for beauty and creation, this creative surge is especially potent. Your Venus-ruled nature gives you an eye for what is beautiful and a hand that can shape raw materials into something extraordinary. Whether you are creating art, designing a garden, planning a new venture, or simply reimagining how you want to live, the creative energy flowing through you right now is the raw material of opportunity. Use it, play with it, follow it wherever it leads, even if the destination does not make sense yet. Creativity does not always show you the entire path. Sometimes it just shows you the next step, and that is enough. Alignment Indicator 6. The sixth indicator is that synchronicities are increasing in your daily life. You think of someone and they call. You wonder about something and the answer appears in your next conversation. You need a particular resource and it shows up without you having to search for it. These synchronicities are not magical thinking or selective perception. They are evidence that you are moving into alignment with a higher pattern. A pattern that connects your inner world with your outer world in increasingly precise and beautiful ways. When synchronicities increase, it means the universe is communicating with you more directly, confirming that you are on the right path and encouraging you to keep moving forward. For Taurus, a sign that tends to trust what can be seen and touched and measured, synchronicities can feel uncomfortable at first. They challenge your rational mind. They ask you to consider the possibility that there are forces at work in your life that cannot be explained by logic alone. But you do not need to abandon logic to embrace synchronicity. You simply need to expand your definition of what is real. The universe speaks many languages, and synchronicity is one of the most eloquent. When the same themes keep appearing in your life from different and unrelated sources, pay attention. That is the universe drawing a circle around something and saying, look here, this is important, this is where your next opportunity lives. Alignment Indicator 7. The seventh indicator is a new relationship with solitude. You may have noticed that you are craving more time alone, not because you are depressed or withdrawing from life, but because something inside you needs quiet space to grow. This desire for solitude is your soul requesting the conditions necessary for deep transformation. Just as a seed needs darkness and stillness to germinate, your alignment with new opportunities requires periods of quiet reflection where the noise of the world falls away, and you can hear the still, small voice of your own inner guidance. In these moments of solitude, insights arrive that cannot come in the midst of busy days and crowded rooms. You begin to see your life from a higher perspective, like climbing a mountain and looking back at the valley below. From up there, patterns become visible that were invisible at ground level. Connections between seemingly unrelated events reveal themselves, and the path forward, which seemed so unclear when you were caught up in the daily rush, becomes remarkably evident. Do not resist the call to solitude, Taurus. It is not a sign of withdrawal. It is a sign of preparation. You are being called into the quiet so that you can emerge with clarity, so that when the new opportunities present themselves, you will recognize them instantly and know exactly how to respond. Some people watch, others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting, it's about moving. Alignment Indicator 8. The 8th indicator is a physical sensation of lightness in your body. You may not be able to explain it, but you feel different physically. Your shoulders feel less heavy. Your breathing feels deeper and more natural. Your body moves with an ease that you had almost forgotten was possible. This physical lightness is not just your imagination, Taurus. It is the somatic expression of the energetic shifts taking place inside you. When you release old beliefs, old patterns, and old fears, the physical body responds. Tension that you carried for years, tension that you had accepted as a permanent part of your existence, begins to dissolve. Your nervous system recalibrates. Your muscles release their grip on old stress, and you find yourself standing taller, walking with more purpose, breathing with more freedom than you have in a long time. This physical shift is significant because for Taurus, the body is a primary source of intelligence. You process the world through your senses, through touch and taste and smell and sound. So when your body tells you something is changing, you can trust that message more than any mental analysis or external confirmation. The lightness you feel is your body saying yes to what is coming. It is your physical self making room for the expansion that is about to take place. Honor this feeling. Take care of this body that has carried you faithfully through decades of living. It is preparing itself for a new chapter, one filled with more vitality, more ease, and more capacity for joy. Alignment Indicator 9. The 9th indicator is a growing sense of compassion, both for others and for yourself. You have noticed that your judgments, both of other people and of your own perceived shortcomings, have begun to soften. Where you once held rigid standards and harsh self-criticism, there is now a gentler voice, one that says you did the best you could, one that extends the same grace to yourself that you have always extended to others. This compassion is not a sign of weakness or lowered standards. It is a sign of spiritual maturity, and it is directly connected to your alignment with new opportunities. Here is why. When you stop judging yourself for past mistakes, you free yourself to take new risks. When you stop punishing yourself for things that did not work out, you create the emotional safety necessary to try again. And when you extend compassion to others, you strengthen the relational bonds that often serve as bridges to new opportunities. People are drawn to those who radiate acceptance and understanding. They want to collaborate with, share with, and support those who make them feel seen and valued. Your growing compassion is making you a more magnetic person, Taurus. It is attracting the kind of connections and opportunities that only come to those who have done the inner work of softening their hearts. Let this compassion flow. Let it touch every corner of your life. It is one of the most powerful forces driving your alignment with the new chapter that is unfolding before you. Alignment Indicator 10. The 10th and final indicator is the simplest and perhaps the most profound of all. You are still here. You are still listening. You are still showing up. After everything life has thrown at you, after every disappointment, every setback, every moment when it would have been easier to give up and accept a smaller version of your life, you are still here, still seeking, still believing that something better is possible. That persistence, that quiet, unbreakable Taurus determination, is the ultimate indicator that you are aligning with new opportunities. Because the universe does not waste its energy on those who have given up. It pours its blessings into the lives of those who refuse to stop growing, who refuse to stop dreaming, who refuse to stop believing that the next chapter can be richer than the last. And that is you, Taurus. That has always been you. These 10 indicators are not wishful thinking. They are evidence, real, tangible, unmistakable evidence that something is shifting in your favor. The opportunities forming around you right now are the result of every prayer you whispered, every tear you shed, every moment of faith you held on to when faith was all you had. They are coming not in spite of your journey but because of it. Every struggle prepared you. Every lesson refined you. Every moment of patience built the foundation upon which these opportunities will stand. You are ready, Taurus. More ready than you know. More ready than you feel. More ready than your doubts would ever let you believe. The alignment is happening. The indicators are clear. And the opportunities that are about to unfold in your life will prove, once and for all, that the wait was worth it. You have two options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.